everyone, it's Dr. Kumari Valentine, clinical psychologist. Hello from beautiful Dunedin, New Zealand, where it's very cold at the moment, very dark and rainy, and every single winter that I'm here, I remember again what winter is like and how the horizontal rain feels. I think the problem is in Dunedin that we can have 4 seasons in a day. So even during summer, we think we're experiencing the cold, and then winter comes and reminds us what winter is really like. Welcome to my podcast, Just a Minute. This podcast was born from a simple but radical idea that just a minute can change everything. It can change that moment, that day, our lives. Not because it fixes something or forces a change, but because it interrupts what might be automatic. It opens the door just a crack. It can interrupt the overwhelm. It is a moment to remind us that we are still here, worthy and whole. We are present underneath all this noise, and that it is about deep self-care. In the world as it is right now, when there is just so much that is dark and terrible, when there is just so much hopelessness and it's hard to know what to do that would make a difference, I think deep self-care is especially important. Deep self-care goes beyond what we're sold as self-care. It goes beyond bubble baths or face masks or whatever products, to really look within, to be really looking out for ourselves, to be showing the compassion that we have outward within. So in today's episode, which I have deliberated for quite a while, I would like to offer you the manifesto that is at the heart of this podcast, a kind of North Star, if you will, a gentle declaration of what I believe about healing, about being whole, and the power of those small things. I'm very keen to hear what you think and whether this resonates for you. But first, let's begin with a breath. There is no pressure to breathe in a special way. Just breathe however you're breathing, and if you feel like it, let your shoulders drop down and back. Let your jaw soften, if that feels right. Allow this moment to be yours. The idea for just a minute didn't come from some glorious moment of enlightenment. It came from reality when I had a 3-month-old and my 3 other children were calling to me, all simultaneously, of course, just as I was, I think, just trying to go to the bathroom. And I said something that I always do, which is just a minute. And I realized that it can feel very crushing trying to do everything and trying to cope with everything and waiting for the ideal moment, the ideal morning routine, perfect food plan, or the right kind of healing. There's this never-ending pressure to improve. But healing, or joy, wholeness, really comes in neat packages. Our journey is not linear, it's not tidy, and it's certainly not always convenient. It can often arrive in the in-between moments, when you stop for a breath before answering the next message, when you choose and you connect with the tightness in your chest rather than pushing through it or pushing it away. When you tune in to an inner part whisper, "Please don't forget me," and you listen. When you put an invitation within yourself and notice those parts of you. So this is where healing lives, in just a minute of gentleness, of attention, curiosity or kindness. And that's why I wrote this manifesto. I hope this is something you can return to again and again, when you forget perhaps, when you feel so far away, and perhaps when you're not sure how to begin. Here is the Just a Minute Manifesto. I believe in the power of 1 minute, 60 seconds, to notice what's here, to connect with my body that holds my stories, to meet these parts of myself with gentleness, not judgment. I believe that healing happens in the smallest, quietest moments that can be sacred. These moments may not fix everything, perhaps because I'm already whole. But perhaps this minute offers a thread of connection to my breath, to my body, to myself. I honor micro moments of care. A softened body, a name spoken kindly to an inner part, sipping water, tasting with attention, with deliberation, a step outside to remember the sky, to feel sunlight or rain, and really connecting, being present, choosing deliberate awareness, deliberate presence. I choose presence over performance, curiosity over criticism. I know that the experiences that I've had come out of real experiences. Those beliefs that I have made sense. They kept me safe. And I honor the protectors who helped me to survive. But I also know that my system longs not just to survive, but to rest, reset, relate, and repair. 1 minute is a start. To feel a feeling without collapsing into it, to name a need, to become fully present, even if it's just for that minute. This is a practice, a path, a remembering, a returning home. This is the Just a Minute way, small, brave, and true. I hope that spoke to you, that resonated for where you are, and perhaps in unpacking it, I just want to say that the body doesn't always feel like a safe place to be. Parts of us have learned to shut down, check out, overfunction. So when I say connect with your body, I don't mean to force yourself into presence, to push yourself past your window of tolerance. I mean, begin a gentle relationship. Can I be with this body as it is for just a minute? Can I soften towards this part of me for example, this critic or this detachment, just for a minute. This work isn't about doing more. It's about being with what is already there, with kindness and deliberation. A manifesto is usually a loud declaration. And I don't mean this in a political way, although perhaps it is, in a very quiet and gentle way. It's a whisper rather than a shout. And in this whisper, what I'm saying is that you don't need to be healed to be worthy of love. You don't need to do it all perfectly to start. You can begin with just one small moment of noticing, one small moment of caring for yourself. This manifesto isn't a rule. It's not some sort of forced action. It's a refuge, hopefully. It's something to return to when you might feel tired, overwhelmed, frozen, or lost. Hopefully it is a steady hand on your back saying, "Come home." It's safe to begin again. And so I invite you to think about what you need today, in this minute, not in theory, but really. Maybe you're listening and your teeth are clenched or you're holding your breath. Maybe you're feeling preoccupied, pulled in different directions. Maybe you're feeling disconnected. So here is my invitation right now to take a minute now, if that feels right, or at some stage today, and to check in with yourself, to breathe, to ask a part of yourself, what do you need in this moment? And it's not about fixing, but witnessing, validating, acknowledging. And I hope you will be pleasantly surprised by those experiences. If you would like more ideas about what you might do in a minute, you might find my card deck of 90 mindfulness-inspired self-care cards useful. I post those cards, a card each post, on my Facebook and Instagram, and my handle is Dr. Kumari NZ. The card deck is based on 5 different aspects. One is this idea of the parts of ourself. All right, so thank you so much for joining me. I hope that has connected and resonated with you and been useful. Why don't we finish with one deliberate moment of presence? If it feels safe, you might close your eyes, you might soften your gaze. You might feel your feet on the ground, really noticing your feet being fully present. Let your breath be natural, bringing attention to the air entering in through your body and leaving your body. Just breathing, nothing fancy. You as you are. If you would like to, slowing down your breath. Bringing awareness to your body, noticing if there's a place that is calling your attention. Perhaps in your chest, your tummy. And I wonder whether you might send a little kindness there. A word, a touch, a loosening, if that feels right. Maybe as you're doing this, you notice that there's a part of you that wants to give you a message. Maybe it's saying, "Don't forget me," Maybe it's saying nothing, but you feel its presence. And just for this minute, I invite you not to rush. You're allowed to be right here. This is the perfect time. You are whole as you are. You are doing absolutely beautifully. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for this moment of connection, for reconnecting with your breath, your body, to the parts of you that are so ready to be met with love, the love that you extend outward, that we are turning inward. This is the Just a Minute way. It is deep self-care, one mindful, literal minute at a time. Until next time, I hope you may keep remembering that you don't need to earn rest, you don't need to be perfect to be worthy, and that 1 minute is more powerful than you think. So please take care, talk soon, share this podcast please with anybody who you think would benefit, and keep warm.